welcome to Janette's TV podcast, Season 14. You're in for a special treat on today's episode. Most recently, he was Mantis on The Masked Singer. But you probably remember him as Ritchie Valens in the biographical drama film La Bamba for Stand and Deliver, for which he was nominated for a Golden Globe Award and won an Independent Spirit Award. He then made his Broadway debut with the 1996 revival of The King and I, earning a Tony Award nomination for his portrayal of King Mongkut of Siam. His other notable films include Young Guns, Young Guns 2, Courage Under Fire, The Big Hit, Brokedown Palace, Chi, and the 33. In the television series Longmire, he played a main character, Henry Standing Bear. He also portrayed New York City Police Lieutenant Jill Arroyo on Prodigal Son on Fox. We'll be right back with actor Lou Diamond Phillips. But first, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link is in the show note below. And I want to remind you that you can support us with the purchase of a JTV t-shirt like this one, or sweatshirt with either the JTV logo and tagline or an inspirational saying made by me or a previous guest in a previous episode. The choice is yours, along with your size and color. All orders are shipped straight to your front door and include shipping and handling. Now on with today's episode. And I'm sitting here with Lou Diamond Phillips, who you probably remember from La Bamba and various other films. And we're here at the Niagara Falls Comic Con. And thank you so much for taking this time to speak with us. Now, Lou, I have some really key questions for you.
Okay.
So you're Filipino-American background, yes, and authenticity is really important, especially in today's world. How were you able to bring authenticity to the characters you portrayed in your various films and do them proud?
Because I'm of mixed heritage, it's interesting because I'm not 100% anything other than American.
Yes.
You know, and early on in my career, back when I started in the 80s, I had the great fortune of having some really wonderful directors and writers choose me to play those roles and to represent different communities. I've often joked it's almost like the UPS logo. What can Brown do for you? So right. And to have Luis Valdez choose me for La Bamba, and to have the Ritchie's family endorse me, that was hugely important. When I did the Young Guns films, to have the Lakota Nation, adopt me basically into the tribe and to give me a name. So anytime I've ever represented a marginalized community or a community of color, it's been very important to me to get it right. And I mean, for instance, for Longmire, when I knew I was going to play Cheyenne, I flew to the Lame Deer Reservation in Wyoming and spent some time there, getting blessings from the elders, visiting the old age homes, the high schools, and anytime I take on a role like that, it's very important to me to be specific, to be respectful, and to try to bring some pride to the community.
And I just want to delve into this a little bit. So you played a Latin American, right? They cast you to play a Latin American,
yes.
And so that was interesting, right? Because then it might have gone to a Latin American other than to you, as to picking up on what you were saying. But also, I want to talk to you a little bit about the legacy of being in this business and how you have to have multifaceted aspects to yourself, your personality, your intelligence, and be able to survive. And how were you able to sort of capitalize on all that and continue having a career?
Some people would say intelligence is not a prerequisite. Right?
I think it is. I think actors are a lot smarter than people give them the credit for.
Usually. I mean, one thing that I continue to credit because I direct now. I'm directing an awful lot for television. I continue to write. The sequel to my first novel is coming out in November that I did with my wife Yvonne. She did the illustrations. The ideas were hers. And so I continue to work in many different facets of the industry. And I credit that a lot to the fact that in college, and I went to the University of Texas at Arlington, I was a theater major who studied everything. We studied not only acting, we studied directing, we studied script writing, we studied costume making, how to sew. I painted the backdrops. And so to me, everything that I'm doing today is still an extension of the same creative tree. Thankfully, I'm just doing it on a much bigger scale.
And when you have that passion and that drive, and you love it so much, you just can't let it go. You have to find another way, another avenue to let it out.
And I've been fortunate. I've been employed now. It's coming up on, oh my goodness, a 40-year career. I'm 62. I did my first professional gig at 19. I'm very, very grateful. I'm grateful for the career that I've had, and for the fact that I'm continuing to not only be employed, but to be recognized. I got a couple of films coming out this year.
Yeah, so I want to give you what we call the shameless promotion aspect of this segment. And I really want you to tell us everything you're doing and where we can go to find out more, like your website or something.
I don't have a website, but people can follow me on Twitter at Lou D. Phillips. There's a picture of me and a cat. There's some people who pretend to be me. No. You need bad dad jokes and cat pics. That's me.
Okay.
But I have a film coming out around Halloween with Frank Grillo and Katrina Law called Werewolves. Guess what it's about?
You're funny. You're hilarious.
Oh, thank you. I'm actually literally going to LA next week because the LA IFS Film Festival is happening. I've won Best Actor for a little film called Et Tu.
Oh, congratulations.
So, thank you. And we'll be seeing that in more festivals and hopefully distributed. I've got a film called Keep Quiet, which is amazing, from director-producer Vincent Grashaw, who's a Sundance favorite, and that hopefully will be in the festival circuit soon. I did another film with my dear friend Tom Muska, who wrote and produced Stand and Deliver. He is now a film professor at the University of Miami. He wrote an amazing film noir that he co-directed with his son Alex, and that hopefully will also be coming out sometime in the film festival toward the end of the year.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that you're continuing to work and that you're just doing all these wonderful things, and I wish you so much more continued success. And I want to thank you so much for being here again. I want to give you one more shot to give us your social or whatever we can to promote you.
Yeah, no, I'm only on Twitter. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on TikTok, but I'm on Twitter under Lou D. Phillips. So easy to find.
So thank you so much, and thank you, my dear audience, for being with us today. Please remember to like, comment, and share all our posts with your family and friends. You're going to find us everywhere on the TV side. We are on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Vimeo, YouTube, and the list goes on. On the podcast side or the MP3 audio side, you will find us on 13 different platforms, including iHeartRadio, Buzzsprout, BuzzFeed, and that list goes on. For a complete list of where to watch and listen to us, please check the links in the show notes below. And until next time, continue to be fabulous. This is Janette Burke, your host, signing off.